So here we have the Audi A1 on a 65 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside of it. From the outside you can see it's a 3-door car with alloy wheels. We're going to start off inside the boot space first of all. As we approach the back of the car, you can see we have plenty of boot space along with that 60/40 split folding rear seat, should you wish to increase this space even further again. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back around to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in, and as I mentioned, we'll run through just a few of the controls on the inside of it from there. Just before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. Over on the left-hand side, we have the rev counter and coolant temperature gauge. On the right-hand side, the speedometer and fuel gauge. In the centre, we have the main trip computer, which includes the digital readout for the speedometer. You can change the information that's displayed there. So you've got your onboard computer that displays the total miles of this car. There are 59,250. You can also have your digital readout for the speedometer. And the buttons to control that are just here. Over on the right hand side we have our stereo controls, we have phone controls. You can only use the phone controls after you pair the phone up to the car, and that is done over on the central screen just here, under the telephone heading of course, and then just follow the instructions on screen from there. All the movement on the screen is done using the buttons down here, so you can select, for example, telephone. You can use this dial to move around the menus. These 4 buttons relate to the 4 corners of the screen. So for example, going back to the telephone, you can see the settings bottom right hand corner, so you press the button that corresponds with that to enter your telephone settings menu. From the main menu, using that dial, we can navigate around to radio. Waveband, you'll see this car has got DAB, FM and medium wave radio all available. If you want to listen to your own music, you can go to the media heading, and again, under source, which is in that top right hand corner, we've got SD memory card input, a CD player, Audi's multimedia interface, and Bluetooth audio as well. So plenty of ways to listen to your music in this car. Just below the screen, you can turn off the stop and start. This car is designed to cut out when it's stationary in traffic to save you fuel. That system's off when that light shows. We have our hazard warning lights just there. We have our CD player, 2 SD memory card slots, the main volume just here for your stereo. All of the buttons that will take you into certain menus, the dial, which we went through just a moment ago, and then beneath that, the air conditioning. So you can adjust the temperature, fan speed and direction of the air. When you're happy with those settings, your air conditioning is on at the minute, that's off. Back on again, you can recirculate the air that's in the car. That's a great way of heating it up or cooling it down quickly in here, depending on the temperature you sat over on that left-hand side, of course. You can, below that, turn your heated rear screen on. You can turn your traction control on and off. The drive select button will allow you to take the car between dynamic, efficiency and auto. We have 2 cup holders, a 12-volt charging socket, and then the gear lever for the 6-speed manual gearbox. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car for yourself and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at Surrey Specialist Cars. We'd love to hear from you soon.